When I say the word success, we all may think of different things. Some may think of Bill Gates. Some may think that it's your bosses. And some may even think it's the person sitting next to you. Truth to be told, success, they come in different shapes and forms, even in definition. But one thing that we could agree on is that success is often glamorized. Without us knowing, what we are only seeing is just the tip of the iceberg. If only we knew the sacrifices, the tears that goes behind, what we have to give up, the endless debates, would we still chase it? One of the struggles that I've always been facing is trying to walk in between tradition and ambition. Living in Brunei, I've learned that success is not just personal, it's collective. We carry the weight of our families, the responsibilities, the tradition, the values that has been passed down through generations. And we also live in a modern world where it gets more innovative and opportunities arise where it didn't exist back then. Today, I'll be sharing you the values that I've carried with myself that has been introduced to me through my upbringing. The 3 values that I'll be sharing with you today are stability, integrity, and silaturahim. Today I'll be sharing you how I navigate these values, trying to bridge the world between tradition and my ambition. Stability. Especially in Brunei contexts and in any Asian household, we carry this value closely to our hearts because they give us a peace of mind. But often, stability revolves around a solid career, a solid 9-to-5, a government job, benefits to children. And I do agree. But if I stretch further, especially in Brunei contexts, sometimes marriage is deemed as more stable than your career. While that is true, maybe for some, I disagree. At least in the phase of life that I'm in right now. I'm in the middle of trying to chase my career. Speaking of career, I started my first venture when I was 16. Just like any ordinary teen, I was still in school. But I often find myself unfulfilled. I wasn't satisfied with what was my back then life. My colleagues, they were busy studying for their O-levels, while I started my first venture, a thrift business. Slowly, I found my purpose. I feel satisfaction. And I show up on the daily to now what is known as we pivot as a personal shopping brand serving across Southeast Asia. I learned that you can always redefine these values to what aligns with you. Yes, stability, it might mean a stable career for most. But how I redefined myself is that I found stability in doing the things that I love consistently. I keep on showing up for myself, for my team, for my community, up until what we are now. And that brings me to my second point, integrity. Just like stability, we carry this value closely to our hearts. But oftentimes people define integrity and it's tied to a job title. Having a higher position, a more credible and respectable career such as doctor, lawyers, teachers. I disagree again, because I believe that integrity shouldn't be tied to job title. It is in your character. It's in here. Character, integrity is in you. It's in how you show up for yourself, how you carry yourself. If your words are matching your actions, even when no one is watching, especially when no one is watching. Sticking to your values, even when it's tough, especially in the business world, it's easy to just mark up the price. But I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't ask my team to do so, because it doesn't align with my values. I've learned that, regardless of any industries or any career path that you chose for yourself, you could still thrive with integrity as long as you live with it. Lastly, one of the most beautiful values that I've been introduced to is silaturahim. For non-native speakers, it means connection. Connection beyond transactions. One of my favorite things about being in my journey is the privilege of being able to go to networking. This was last year. I was the only hijabi here, the only Muslim from Brunei here. I believe that each and every one of us is a main character in our own life. I believe that each and every one of us holds a story, a unique story to our own. And I believe that each and every one of us are an expert in something. This is the approach that I've always held on to whenever I approach networking. I believe each one of us tells story. These are people from different backgrounds, different countries, different cultures, and we always have something to learn from them. And that is what connection is all about. It's not just about the transactions, but it's also about the relationship that you're building in your journey. Throughout my journey, what I've learned is that you do not have to abandon your values just to chase your dreams. And you absolutely do not have to abandon your dreams just to honor your values. I believe middle ground exists. They could coexist. After all, it's not tradition versus ambition. It's tradition and ambition. And once you find that middle ground, the sweet spot in between, trust me, your work will no longer turn into just a hustle. It will become baraka. And for non-native speakers, it means blessings. It's the quiet goodness that makes you thrive even through ups and downs. This is what lies beneath the iceberg. The endless crying sessions, the endless debates, the endless acts of sincerity, and the small acts of integrity, especially when no one is watching. Success isn't just about the shiny outcomes that people celebrate. It's the baraka. It's carrying the baraka that sustains you. And before I end my speech today, I'd like to leave you with a quote by Howard Thunderman, sorry for butchering your name. He said that, "Don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive and go do it. Because what the world needs is people who have come alive." So the next time when you see someone's success, remember, what you're seeing is just the tip of the iceberg. Thank you for listening to me. I'm Khairani Ashry.